Do you remember the days when you would come home from school, fire up whatever console you had, whether it be PlayStation for whatever reason, or the Xbox, and you just hopped on Call of Duty for God knows how many hours with your friends from school, or just that online friend you made through Call of Duty? Truly a time to be alive. And if any of that resonated with you, then you know exactly where I'm coming from when I tell you that Call of Duty nowadays is just terrible. And as much as I need to say that, it is still painful to say that. Because, again, if you're like me, someone who has all these nostalgic feelings about this franchise, countless sleepless nights because I'm close to getting a camo done, or I'm playing with my friends and we're just trying to drop nukes, or we're just going for sniper clips, anything like that. We did not give a shit who we were playing against because it didn't matter. All that mattered was if you were better than someone, then you should be able to do good. Now, throw that all away because not only is skill based matchmaking a thing, but people are just so sweaty for no reason. And the gameplay you're watching in the background is the Modern Warfare 3 beta, and it's just a regular game on Rust. And I want to also say something because I already know there's going to be people in the comments like, oh, well, you're playing Rust. Yeah, it's going to be chaotic. Oh, well, yeah, that's just how it is. Well, yeah, there's skill-based matchmaking. I understand all of that. Like, this is not me trying to tell you that this particular game that you're watching right now is the end-all, be-all. Like, this is what made my opinion. Like, I have not bought a Call of Duty myself since Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And I mean that legitimately because Vanguard, I'm trying to think, because I don't even know if I bought Vanguard. 'Cause I know the order of the games, but truthfully, I don't think I bought Vanguard. So, start there. So Vanguard, as terrible as that game was, I never even bought it. Cold War, I heard good things about it, but I watched things and it still didn't appeal to me. Never bought it. Modern Warfare 2 was gifted to me by one of my IRL friends because he wanted to just play and he had no one else to play with. So I was like, sure, if you buy it for me, like thinking he would never do it. And he did. So I had got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for free. That was the only reason I played it. And the amount of playtime I have on that game is literally like a week in total. So it's not even like I can say, oh, I played a lot, because once we both realized how shit the game was, we just had no interest. And again, that just sucks to say because this is coming from a person who has all these fond memories of this franchise. And now it's just so painful because you cannot be a normal person and enjoy Call of Duty, is really what it feels like to me. And you can argue that point all you want. But I feel like a big thing with that is being a content creator was not like a big thing when we were younger. And I'm 27 years old. I feel like I haven't really talked about that, but that's how old I am. And I've never had a reason to. So when I say younger, I mean like 12, 13. Like, being a content creator was not something that was very, like, normal. Like there were people doing it, but it was very hard to do. Nowadays, you have everyone and their mother just posting, like, how to do this, how to do that, and, like, everyone's trying to imitate it. And being someone now who has a normal life, a normal job, has other obligations, who doesn't have time to sit at their game console or their gaming setup, cannot compete with these people because it's just so bad. And like, there's no reason whatsoever that you need to be sliding around every corner. There's no reason that every time I go into a gunfight, I have to be ready for someone to be around the corner, even if they're not going to be there. Like, that's how you have to play now, and that is not how it used to be. Because before, like I said, it was, if I'm better than you, then I have no reason I shouldn't win this gunfight. Whereas now, it's like, oh, well, you can slide cancel midway through, and then you can drop shot me in the middle of that slide cancel with a gun that you tuned perfectly because someone told you how to do it. Like, there's so many factors that make you don't have to be good at the game, but people think it means you're good at the game. And I just, again, hate that feeling of, like, a franchise that I want to like, a franchise that I used to like, has come to this where I can't even physically enjoy it because, as you can see, I think in this gameplay, I'm level 9. So this isn't the first game of the beta I've been playing either. I've been playing for about 3 hours. And I legitimately don't think I have enjoyed 1 minute of this. Like, I was so happy to see that they remastered all these classic maps that just people loved. You know, in one of my games, like, I got High Rise, I was like, oh, this is going to be incredible. One person just sat in their spawn the entire game. And if you killed him, he went back there. What is the reason for doing that? Because an excuse I was hearing a lot in, like, the Modern Warfare 2, the new one, was that, oh, I don't know the map, so why am I going to go out and lose gunfights? Whereas now, it's like, if you played Call of Duty, like, in the past, what's your reasoning? Because you know these maps. There is no, just take that off the table. Like there is no, oh, I don't know the maps. Like, some people might not know the maps, and that's fine. But that's still not an excuse to just camp around a corner. But the people who literally just sit around and do nothing, they're the ones that probably played Call of Duty when they were like 12, 13 years old. And again, it's like, you look at the dynamic of it nowadays, it's just so painful. Like, this is me basically taking out my aggression of just 3 hours of playing. And don't even get me started with Warzone, because I think I've played a total of like 5 or 6 games of Warzone on Modern Warfare 2019. So that just goes to show like how much I care about that. But that's its own separate problem. And what makes matters even worse is I really wanted to actually like this game because you have the remastered maps. You have essentially remastered guns. Like, you have the ACRs in there. It's not called the ACR, but you guys know what I mean. You have the UMP, you have the Raffica, you know, you have a bunch of these things. The sniping looks good, but you can't even enjoy it because you just don't play the game often, and that should not be the case. I should not feel hindered that I am an adult and I have obligations, so I can't sit at my computer and play games all day. Like, that should not be something I have to worry about, and yet it is. So, I don't know what to do, and I don't know what people like me are supposed to do, because I had this conversation with Casey multiple times where it's like where do you draw this line of like I'm having fun, but at what cost? Because again, I was getting so stressed out while I was playing for these past 3 hours. I think I enjoyed maybe one game, and it was a High Rise game, and it was the first game I played because I got High Rise, and there was no skill-based matchmaking. But other than that, once it kicked in, done. I was miserable. So, I'm upset. I'm just flabbergasted that this is what it's come to. And I apologize that this has basically been a big rant. But if you agree with me, leave it down in the comments. Leave a like if you're in the same boat as me, where like you just are done feeling this way, like feeling stressed out about a video game. And leave a comment whether or not you've just been done with Call of Duty, because as you know, I haven't even been posting it a lot. There hasn't been a Call of Duty on this channel in God knows how long. So it's safe to say that I am also done with it, and this is probably the last time I'm ever going to talk about it. But let me know how you guys feel. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.